Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I take trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand your favorite comic book storylines. Then I read them dramatically back to you. Today we're going to be covering the next part of the Daniel Way run for Deadpool, the storyline in which Deadpool has decided that immortality is boring. And today, he's going to be meeting with an interesting individual known as Captain America. And it's Deadpool. They're going to fight. So stick around, enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the ending with another little bit of me being stupid. In our last video, Deadpool continued his quest to become a hero, and he landed in Vegas where he ran into his old friend Weasel, who actually became the strip's hometown hero. After a brief team-up with House, Deadpool stole Weasel's gig and in an attempt to give it back, basically made everyone hate Weasel. With Weasel now having to go into hiding, Deadpool was given Weasel's actual job, which Deadpool quit right away, because actual jobs suck. In the small town of Little Fork, Wisconsin, Deadpool makes a stop at a gas station to fill up on microwave burritos. But as Deadpool goes to pay, the clerk tells him they don't accept gold. Deadpool asks, "What do you mean you don't take gold? It's freaking gold! Just take the gold before these delicious burritos start congealing, because when that happens, things are gonna get ugly." The clerk tells him, again, "We only accept American dollars." And Deadpool tells him, okay, how about a compromise? Take a guess at what I do have." The clerk stares for a moment and then he asks, "You have a mask and guns? Are you robbing me?" Before Deadpool can answer, a group of masked men holding guns tell the clerk, "Yup." Deadpool looks back asking, "Who the hell are you guys?" And just as the clerk hits the security button to close the door, Deadpool shouts, "Wait, the burritos!" The shutter slams down on the burrito, sending a glob of filling into one of the masked men's face. As he yells, "Ew, it's all congealed!" Deadpool quickly grabs one of the guns, shooting the man in the head, and as he falls back, the masked man says, "That was a bad idea." As all of the men start firing, Deadpool starts to notice a problem. These men can regenerate like him. How is he supposed to deal with them now? But then it hits him. Put a grenade in their mouth. One of the men points his gun at Deadpool, so Deadpool spins around, taking the gun from him, punching him in the mouth, leaving a grenade behind. The grenade explodes, and as the smoke begins to clear, the masked men look around, asking, "Where did he go?" And another shouts, "Forget him! Focus on the real target." Meanwhile, over in the storage area, Deadpool finds a ladder leading down underground, and as he climbs down, he finds the store clerk. In guns. Lots and lots of guns. Deadpool shouts, "Holy crap! You're an Arab living in America and you're a terrorist? That is so disappointingly stereotypical and racist." The clerk asks him, "What the hell are you talking about? I'm not a terrorist, I'm a businessman." And Deadpool says, "Oh yeah? Prove it." And the clerk tells him, "Okay, let me go get my business license. It's just in the back." He turns and heads into the vault and then he slams it shut. Deadpool stares, asking, "Really? Again?" And the masked man from before tells him, "Yep." A few moments and a few bullet holes later, Deadpool says, Okay, stop! I keep regenerating, you keep regenerating, this is pointless." The clerk opens up a sliding door asking if he needs grenades. He's got grenades, he can sell him one if he's got the cash. Oh wait! Deadpool looks back at the masked man telling him, "Fine, just who are you? Why do you have regeneration powers? Why are you after him?" One of the men says, "Well, we really can't tell you anything, but what we can say is that we're not after you, we're after the store owner. We came here to take his weapons cache." And Deadpool says, "Wait, are you the terrorist?" One of the masked men tells him, "No, we're patriots. The store owner is a terrorist." And the clerk shouts, "I am not a terrorist! I got my weapons from the CIA. They wanted me to sell them in my country, but I brought them here instead. If anything, you're the terrorist." Deadpool throws his arms up, telling everyone, "You know, this is a complex political discussion that I would rather not have." And just then, another voice tells him, "Well, I'll make it easy for you. You're all terrorists." Everyone looks back to see Captain America, Black Widow, and Moon Knight just staring at them. And Deadpool yells, "Wait, he's Cap! Everyone thought you were dead!" Cap punches Deadpool, telling him, "Well, no such luck, punk." Cap, Black Widow, and Moon Knight then start to take out all of the masked men, and as the last one falls, Moon Knight asks, "So how are we gonna deal with the store owner?" Cap tells him, "We'll deal with him. Hard." A few seconds later, the vault doors blow open and the clerk steps out in a battle suit, telling them, "Stupid Americans! Just so you know, I am a terrorist." And a second after that, the clerk is shot in the head from behind, and Deadpool says, "Yeah, I knew it the whole time." Cap tells him, "You know, I really like the way you move. How'd you like to come work with us?" Inside Deadpool's mind, he thinks to himself, "I can't even think about what to say." And after stuttering for a few moments, he says, "You're awesome." A few days go by with Cap, Black Widow, and Moon Knight beginning to watch an anti-government militia stronghold known for stockpiling small arms and explosives. Word has it that there's supposed to be a package delivered that may be containing bomb components. However, there's no word as to what kind of bomb they're making. Cap pulls down the scanner and begins to look around, and then he asks, "Where's Deadpool?" A few seconds later, the entire stronghold explodes, and as Deadpool walks back to everyone, he yells, "Hey, check it out, they had a bomb in there, so I used the bomb on their asses." Cap shouts that was not the mission. And Moon Knight adds, "We're supposed to be confiscating the bomb, not blowing it up." Deadpool tells him, "Yeah, if you need bombs, I know a guy." "Wait, why would you need a bomb?" And Cap says, "Oh, for, blowing up terrorists." And Deadpool says, "Like I just did?" And Cap says, "Yeah, just give me a moment." And he walks away to make a call. Just as the person picks up, Cap says, "This guy is driving me nuts." And the voice tells him to relax. Remember what they talked about in their sessions. You are Steve Rogers, the super soldier. You can do this. As Cap hangs up, he takes a deep breath. "I can do this." He turns back to Deadpool and tells him, "I don't like you." And he punches him in the side of the head. Later, when Deadpool wakes up at a super secret underground headquarters, he rubs his head stating, "Man, they should call Cap Steve hits like a girl Rogers." Meanwhile, over in another room, Cap is telling Dr. Bong that he doesn't get it. Why do they need Deadpool anyway? Bong says it's because Deadpool is the genuine article. And Cap says, "Oh, so because we're genetic clones, you mean?" And Bong tells him, "Yes, you're imperfect clones." Cap says under his breath, "That really hurts." And Bong tells him, "I'm sorry for my hurtful comment and my failings as a genetic engineer, but unfortunately, the truth can be hurtful." The next day, Clone Cap, Clone Widow, and Clone Knight stake out another stronghold. But after a few moments inside, Deadpool sees Clone Cap and yells, "Hey, wait, about yesterday." Before Deadpool could get another word out, Clone Cap turns around, punching him to the ground, and as Deadpool gets up, he thinks, "Man, someone learned how to throw a punch." Just then the alarms go off and Bong shouts, "We're under attack!" Clone Knight asks, "Is that?" And Bong tells him, "Yes, the real Steve Rogers." Bong radios to Clone Cap, telling him that he needs to report in, and as Clone Cap steps back outside, he's shot in the chest and then the head. The real Black Widow tells him, "Don't worry, he'll regenerate. Eventually." Back inside of the secret base, everyone watches, and Clone Widow says that they need to get out of here. And Bong tells her no. What they need to do is simple: fight our way out. Clone Knight looks back at the video to see the real Cap beating up Deadpool, saying, "Yeah, fudge that." Over at the fight, Deadpool pulls out one of his katanas, slashing into Cap's chest, shouting, "So it's like that, huh? I really used to look up to you. And then when you asked me to join you, I almost couldn't believe it." Cap asks him, "What are you talking about? I never." But before he could finish, Deadpool kicks him in the throat. Deadpool then picks up Cap, telling him, "I should have known. You didn't want to be my pal. You're just like the others." Cap headbutts Deadpool, and Deadpool finishes telling him, "You're just out to use me." Deadpool then headbutts Cap back, telling him, "You know, I would have let you too. Why turn on me? Was it because I showed you up? Because I make it look so much better than you could?" Cap gets up from the beating and he spits out blood, telling him, "Yeah, that's exactly it." The two continue beating each other senseless, and just before Deadpool can end the fight, he feels several small blades shoot into his back. The real Moon Knight asks, "So, can I get in on this too?" And Cap tells him, "No more fighting, we have to talk." Back over at the control room, Bong watches the feed and says, "Damn, well, that's it, time to face the facts, this venture's over." Clone Widow asks, "What, we giving up?" And Bong says, "Of course not. Do I look like Dr. Surrender?" Bong then rings the bell in his hand, destroying the clones and bringing down the entire complex. A short while later, Cap begins to wake up, and he finds himself tied up along with Black Widow and Moon Knight, with Deadpool yelling, "Hey, my buddy!" Should I say buddies? In front of Deadpool is both the real and fake Cap. And Deadpool asks, "So which is which, and why are there two of you?" One of the Caps says that the other's an imposter. Dr. Bong created him. And Deadpool asks, "Why would my old shrink be involved in this?" And Cap goes up stating it's because Bong needed money to fund his genetic experiments. He's using the clones to rob weapon caches and then sell them on the black market. And Deadpool says, "Okay, the guys at the mini-mart." And Cap says also clones. Deadpool then asks, "Of what?" And Cap says he's not sure, they were wearing ski masks. But all of Bong's clones have regeneration powers. Deadpool looks at the other Cap and asks him, "What do you think?" And that Cap tells him he's telling the truth, except the part about him being me. After a few moments of looking back and forth, Deadpool says, "This is interesting." There's just one thing that I did notice though. One Cap has a big old bullet hole in his costume with seemingly no injury, and the other one is cut and is still bleeding. Deadpool points his gun at the Cap with the bullet hole, asking, "Where's Dr. Bong, Cloney McCloneface?" And the other Cap says that Bong used his powers to teleport to his secondary base, which is about 2 hours from here. And Deadpool then points his gun at Cap with the cut, asking, "How do you know that?" And that Cap tells him, "Because I'm Steve Rogers." Deadpool flings his arm back, shooting the head off of Clone Cap, yelling, "Hell yeah, you are!" Once Deadpool unties the real Avengers, they begin to crawl out of the destroyed facility, and Deadpool stops for a second and then asks, "Is that a ride?" Cap tells him that they secured available transport. It just happened to be a hatchback sedan. While everyone piles into the car, with not even 5 minutes going by, Deadpool shouts, "Oh, stop the car!" Moon Knight asks, "You want to go there?" And Cap sighs, telling him, "Just let him do it." Meanwhile, over at a warehouse, Bong shouts to his clones, "Quickly, my lackeys! We have these crates of weapons loaded." One of the clones then asks, "What's the big hurry?" And Bong tells him it's because I'm expecting guests. Now everyone switch to your Deadpool costumes. A short while later, outside at the warehouse, Deadpool and the others get out of the car and Deadpool asks, "Are you sure about this place?" And Cap tells him, "Yup." And Moon Knight asks, "What's the plan? You do have a plan, right?" Deadpool yells, "Of course I do. While you go over there, I'm gonna go over there to do something like kill Bong." Cap tells him no, there will be no killing in this operation. And Deadpool tells him, "Fine, okay, new plan. I should warn you though, it's about to get a little weird." Shortly after that, everyone is surrounded by clone pools. Everyone begins fighting, and one of the clone pools escapes the fray, shouting, "Dr. Bong! They're here! They're kicking our asses!" Bong climbs into his truck, and one of the clone pools asks, "What are you doing, running away?" And Dr. Bong tells him, "Of course not. I'm driving away while you and the other clones keep the heroes busy." The other clone pool asks, "Why don't you just go do the Bong thing?" And Bong asks, "And risk detonating a tractor trailer full of explosives worth several $millions? I think not." The first clone pool says, "Well, can we go with you? You're gonna need someone to help unload all this stuff." Bong thinks on it for a second and tells them, "Good point. However, there's only one seat." The beat-up clone pool cuts the head off the first one, and Bong says, "I like your resolve. Get in." Back in the fight, Widow punches another clone asking if this is Deadpool's plan. It's totally chaos! And Cap tells her, "No, it's Bong's plan." One of the clones shouts, "It's me! I'm the real Deadpool!" And Moon Knight promptly snaps his neck. Cap and Widow stare, and Moon Knight asks, "What? You could have been lying for all we know." Widow then grabs her rifle and looks down the street and says that she has spotted Bong. She takes aim at the tire, firing, and as the tire blows out, Bong's truck swerves into the barrier and off the ledge. The truck continues to drive until it falls off the overpass, and as it explodes, Widow says, "Ah, crud!" Soon Cap and the others hurry down to the wreck, and Cap then asks if there's any sign of Bong. Widow tells him that she's sorry, she didn't anticipate that, and suddenly Bong's voice shouts, "That I would live? Do you think that Dr. Bong would be so easily defeated?" And Clonepool tells him, "Actually, you would have if I hadn't gotten you out of the truck in time." And then he turns to Cap asking, "So, does this make me a hero now?" And Cap tells him, "Yes, Deadpool." Bong looks back at Deadpool, realizing that the clone pool was just Deadpool acting, and says, "That was very unwise to let me live." And Deadpool asks, "Don't you get it? I'm a hero now." Bong says, "Oh, well, congratulations. Hope that works out for the few seconds you're still alive." Bong begins to hold out his arm, but before he can hit it, Bong shouts in pain. Deadpool then pulls his katana away, stating, "Actually, without that hand, Dr. Bong won't bong ever again." Deadpool then turns back to everyone and shouts, "Can I get up?" And as he throws his arms up, fireworks started to explode in the sky. Moon Knight says, "Wait, is that why you needed those fireworks?" Earlier, just before the battle at a local fireworks shop, Deadpool walks out holding bags filled with rockets, stating, "Seriously, trust me guys, these are integral to the genius of my geniusy plan. Genius!" And there you have it. You've made it to the end of Deadpool vs. Captain America. Today we're going to talk in a funny accent. Thank you for joining me today, and if you want to hear me with whatever this accent is, then join us over on our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, where I think I went from one accent to another. Anyway, go over there to go ahead and find yourself 5 different podcasts, me mateys. And on those podcasts, you'll hear me talking about the Loch Ness Monster on our Conspiracy Cast. You'll hear Dan and Houston talking about some app video games on their Appcast. And then, my lord, you will find yourself wandering into Comicstorian Weekly, where on that we discuss what comic books came out today. Anyway, I will see you later now. Enjoy!